I am the student of Faculty of Information System Management, UiTM, Puncak Perdana Campus.
Hello, my name is Muhammad Anis. I am the student of Faculty of Information Management student from UiTM Puncak Perdana Campus. I will tell you about cloud computing, so please enjoy our video. What is cloud computing? Cloud computing is typically defined as a type of computing that relies on sharing computing resources rather than having local servers or personal devices to handle application. In cloud computing, the word cloud, also phrased as the cloud, is used as a metaphor for the internet, so the phrase cloud computing means a type of internet-based computing where different services such as servers, storage and applications are delivered to an organization, computers and devices through the internet. Cloud computing is comparable to grid computing, a type of computing where unused processing cycle of all computers in a network are harnessed to solve problems too intensive for any standalone machine.
So, what is the cloud computing goal? Cloud computing goal is to apply traditional supercomputing or high performance computing power normally used by military and research facilities to perform tens of trillions of computations per second in consumer-oriented applications such as financial portfolios, to deliver personalized information, to provide data storage or power large, and immersive computer games.
Okay, so how cloud computing works? To do this, cloud computing uses networks of a large group of services, server typically running low-cost consumer personal computer technology with specialized connections to spread data processing chores across them. This shared information technology infrastructure contains large pools of systems that are linked together. Often, virtualization techniques are used to maximize the power of cloud computing.
Now, let's move to cloud computing models. Cloud providers offer services that can be grouped into three categories. First, software as a service. In this model, a complete application is offered to the customer as a service on demand. A single instance of the service runs on the cloud and multiple end users are serviced. On the customer side, there is no need for upfront investment in servers or software licenses, while for the provider, the costs are lower since only a single application needs to be hosted and maintained. Today, software as a service is offered by companies such as Google, Salesforce, Microsoft, Zoho, and so on. Second, platform as a service. Here, a layer of software or development environment is encapsulated and offered as a service, upon which other higher levels of service can be built. The customer has the freedom to build his own applications which run on the provider's infrastructure. To meet manageability and scalability requirements of the applications, platform as a service providers offer a predefined combination of operation system and application servers such as LAMP platform, Linux, Apache, MySQL and PHP, restricted J2EE, Ruby and so on. Third, infrastructure as a service. Infrastructure as a service provides basic storage and computing capabilities as standardized services over the network. Servers, storage systems, networking equipment, data center space and so on are pooled and made available to handle workloads. The customer would typically deploy his own software on the infrastructure. Some common examples are Amazon, GoGrid, 3Terra.
Understanding public and private clouds. Enterprises can choose to deploy applications on private, public, and hybrid clouds. Cloud integrators can play a vital part in determining the right cloud path for each organization. So, what is public cloud? Public clouds are owned and operated by third parties. They deliver superior economies of scale to customers as the infrastructure costs are spread among a mix of users, giving each individual client an attractive low-cost pay. All customers share the same infrastructure pool with limited configuration, security protections, and availability variances. These are managed and supported by the cloud provider. One of the advantages of a public cloud is that they may be larger than an enterprise's cloud, thus providing the ability to scale seamlessly on demand. Now, let's look at private cloud. Private clouds are built exclusively for a single enterprise. They aim to address concerns on data security and offer greater control, which is typically lacking in public cloud. There are two variants to a private cloud. One, on-premise private cloud. On-premise private clouds, also known as internal clouds, are hosted within one's own data center. This model provides a more standardized process and protection, but it is limited in aspect of size and scalability. IT department will also need to incur the capital and operational costs for the physical resources. This is best suited for applications which require complete control and configurability of the infrastructure and security. 2. Externally hosted private cloud. This type of private cloud is hosted externally with a cloud provider, where the provider facilitates an exclusive cloud environment with full guarantee of privacy. This is best suited for enterprises that don't prefer a public cloud due to sharing of physical resources.
What is cloud computing benefits? Enterprises will need to align their applications so as to exploit the architecture models that cloud computing offers. There are some of the typical benefits. First, reduce costs. There are a number of reasons to attribute cloud technology with lower costs. The billing model is pay as per usage. The infrastructure is not purchased, thus lowering maintenance. Initial expense and recurring expenses are much lower than traditional computing. Second, increased storage. With the massive infrastructure that is offered by cloud providers today, storage and maintenance of large volumes of data is a reality. Sudden workload spikes are also managed effectively and efficiently since the cloud can scale dynamically. Third, flexibility. This is an extremely important characteristic, with enterprises having to adapt even more rapidly to changing business conditions. Speed to deliver is critical. Cloud computing stresses on getting applications to market very quickly by using the most appropriate building blocks necessary for deployment.
So, what is cloud computing challenges? Despite its growing concerns regarding cloud computing still remain. In our opinion, the benefit outweigh the drawbacks and the model is worth exploring. Some common challenges are: first, Data protection. Data security is a crucial element that warrants scrutiny. Enterprises are reluctant to buy an insurance of business data security from vendors. They fear losing data to competition and the data confidentiality of consumers. In many instances, the actual storage location is not disclosed, adding onto the security concerns of enterprises. In the existing models, firewalls across data centers owned by enterprises protect this sensitivity information. In the cloud model, service providers are responsible for maintaining data security and enterprises would have to rely on them. Second, data recovery and availability. All business applications have service level agreements that are stringently followed. Operational teams play a key role in management of service level agreements and runtime governance of applications. In product environments, operational teams support appropriate clustering and failover, data replication, system monitoring, maintenance, disaster recovery, capacity and performance management. If any of the above mentioned services is underserved by a cloud provider, the damage and impact could be severe. Third, management capabilities. Despite there being multiple cloud providers, the management of platform and infrastructure is still in its infancy. Features like auto-scaling, for example, are a crucial requirement for many enterprises. There is huge potential to improve on this capability and load balancing features provided today. Fourth, regulatory and compliance restrictions. In some of the European countries, government regulations do not allow customers' personal information and other sensitive information to be physically located outside the state or country. In order to meet such requirements, cloud providers need to set up a data center or a storage site exclusively within the country to comply with regulations. Having such an infrastructure may not always be feasible, and it's a big challenge for cloud providers.
Every system have their own advantages. Same goes to cloud computing. There are some of the advantages of cloud computing. First, cost efficient. Cloud computing is probably the most cost-efficient method to use, maintain, and upgrade. Traditional desktop software costs companies a lot in terms of finance. Adding up the licensing fees for multiple users can prove to be very expensive for the establishment concerned. The cloud, on the other hand, is available at much cheaper rates and hence can significantly lower the company's IT expenses. Besides, there are many one-time payment, pay-as-you-go and other scalable options available, which makes it very reasonable for the company in questions. Second, almost unlimited storage. Storing information in the cloud gives you almost unlimited storage capacity. Hence, you no more need to worry about running out of storage space or increasing your current storage space availability. Third, backup and recovery. Since all your data is stored in the cloud, backing it up and restoring the same is relatively much easier than storing the same on a physical device. Furthermore, most cloud service providers are usually competent enough to handle recovery of information. Hence, this makes the entire process of backup and recovery much simpler than other traditional methods of data storage. Fourth, automatic software integration. In the cloud, Software integration is usually something that automatically. This means that you do not need to take additional efforts to customize and integrate your application as per your preferences. This aspect usually takes care of itself. Not only that, cloud computing allows you to customize your options with great ease. Hence, you can handpick just those services and software applications that you think will best suit your particular enterprise. Fifth, easy access to information. Once you register yourself in the cloud, you can access the information from anywhere where there is an internet connection. This convenient feature lets you move beyond time zone and geographic location issues. Last but not least, quick deployment. Lastly and most importantly, cloud computing gives you the advantage of quick deployment. Once you option for this method of functioning, your entire system can be fully functional in a matter of a few minutes. Of course, the amount of time taken here will depend on the exact kind of technology that you need for your business.
Disadvantages of cloud computing. In spite of its many benefits, as mentioned before, cloud computing also has its disadvantages. Businesses, especially smaller ones, need to be aware of these cons before going in for this technology. First, technical issues. Though it is true that information and data on the cloud can be accessed anytime and from anywhere at all, there are times when this system can have some serious dysfunction. You should be aware of the fact that this technology is always prone to outage and other technical issues. Even the best cloud service providers run into this kind of trouble, in spite of keeping up high standards of maintenance. Besides, you will need a very good internet connection to be logged onto the server at all times. You will invariably be stuck in case of network and connectivity problems. Second, security in the cloud. The other major issue while in the cloud is that of security issues. Before adopting this technology, you should know that you will have surrendering all your company's sensitive information to a third-party cloud service provider. This could potentially put your company to great risk. Hence, you need to make absolutely sure that you choose the most reliable service provider who will keep your information totally secure. Third, front-to-attack. Storing information in the cloud could make your company vulnerable to external hack attack and threats. As you are well aware, nothing on the internet is completely secure, and hence there is always the lurking possibility of steal of sensitive data.